Let's be real. Your money is not safe. Right now, AI can take a 3-second clip of your voice and clone it perfectly. Scammers are using deepfakes of people like Elon Musk to absolutely drain people's life savings. Last year alone, they stole $2.7 billion with tricks you haven't even heard of yet. All the old rules for spotting a scam, they're totally useless now. So I did something that my accountant described as, and I quote, financially insane. I found a team of the world's most elite ethical hackers, and I gave them a very simple mission: steal $50,000 from me in just 7 days. They can use whatever they want: AI voice clones, deepfakes, crypto rug pulls, the whole shebang. If they do it, they keep the 50 grand. If they fail, well, I don't go bankrupt. Look, this isn't just some crazy challenge. This is a survival guide. By the time this is over, you will have the literal playbook to make yourself bulletproof. So if you want to see me potentially lose an absurd amount of money and learn how to protect your own, do me a huge favor. Obliterate that subscribe button and tap the like button. You're not going to want to miss this. Now, let the games begin.
All right, let's meet the players. In this corner, we've got the red team. These are the Sharks. For the next 7 days, their only job is to psychologically break us and take our money. And in this corner, you have the blue team. That's me and my colleagues. Just look at us. So bright-eyed, so hopeful, so naive. We genuinely think we're too smart to get scammed. Oh boy, are we about to be humbled. The clock is officially ticking. 7 days, $50,000 on the line. Let's see who breaks first. So the red team starts with the absolute basics. A classic bulk phishing attack. They're not even trying to be clever yet. They're just casting a giant net, sending dozens of scammy-looking emails to our entire company, just hoping for one lazy click. They call this the spray and pray method. And at first, we're laughing, the blue team is feeling great, we're deleting fake Amazon receipts, ignoring bogus password resets. We feel totally invincible. But then, this one pops up. It's a PayPal security alert, and it looks really legit. And one of my teammates, we'll call him Dave, he hesitates, just for a split second. He sees that urgent warning. He feels that tiny jolt of panic in his stomach. And he clicks. Oh, Dave, you clicked the link.
Okay, let's perform an autopsy on our first and, let's be honest, very embarrassing failure. This thing was a masterclass in psychological warfare. First, they hit us with pressure. The subject line was basically screaming, "Your account is going to explode," which of course made Dave panic. Second, the emotional trigger. That fear of losing money just made his logical brain shut right off. Third, the disguised link. It looked real, but if you actually hovered over it, the real URL was something sketchy like paypal.securelogin.biz. And finally, the classic typos, all giant waving red flags that we completely ignored. And just like that, the hackers were in. We were off to a fantastic start.
Okay, level 1 was just a warm-up. Now the red team is getting serious. They go through my social media and find a podcast I was on. They tell me all they need is 3 seconds of my voice to create a perfect AI clone. 3 seconds. Just think about that for a minute. Every voice note you've sent, every Instagram story, every TikTok you've ever posted is a weapon they can now use against you. And then they do the unthinkable. They call my mom. Using my cloned voice, they tell her I've been in a horrible car accident, I'm sitting in jail, and I need bail money wired immediately. It is the ultimate emotional attack, right? They're targeting the one person on earth who trusts my voice more than anyone. And while this is all going down, I'm just in the office, totally oblivious, probably making a coffee. We can only hear my mom's side of a call, and you can just hear the absolute terror in her voice. She's panicking. She's ready to send them everything she has.
So just as she's about to read them her bank details, she stops. She remembers a plan we made years ago, a failsafe. She takes a breath and asks the voice on the phone, "Okay, just tell me, what's the family safe word?" And on the other end of the line, just complete silence. The hacker is totally stumped. They hang up. That's it. The attack is over. I'm telling you, this is the single most powerful weapon you have against these AI scams. A safe word. It's free, it takes 5 minutes to set up with your family, and it is almost unbreakable. That one simple word just saved us a fortune. My mom is officially the hero of this story.
And please don't think for a second this is just some hypothetical threat. People are losing their entire life savings to deepfakes of celebrities like Elon Musk promising crypto giveaways. And it's not just audio anymore. Earlier this year, a finance worker at a huge engineering firm called Arup got tricked into a video call with a deepfake of his own chief financial officer. He saw his boss, he heard his boss. It was a complete fake. And he transferred over $25 million before he realized what had happened. This threat is real, and it is absolutely terrifying.
All right, so the blue team is feeling a little rattled, but hey, the safe word saved us. So the red team decides to pivot. They're going to attack our single greatest weakness, greed. They invent the most ridiculous meme coin you have ever heard of. Let's just call it Rocket Doge Billionaire Coin. They start hyping this thing up in our private Slack channels, faking celebrity endorsements, and posting fake articles about its revolutionary technology. And you know what? It works. A couple of my team members see the fake price chart just going straight up. They get that feeling, that FOMO, the fear of missing out. They're thinking, this is it. This is our chance to get ahead in the challenge. So they take a few $1,000s of the prize money and they invest it.
The coin launches at just 1 penny. I mean, it looks like an absolute bargain, right?
The hype machine goes into total overdrive. The hackers are using bots to create fake trading volume, making it look like this thing is headed for the moon. The price just skyrockets 15,000%. My team is high-fiving each other. They're planning their retirement, probably picking out color swatches for their new Lamborghinis. They think they're geniuses. They are not.
And then the dump. The red team, who of course owns almost all of the coins, sells everything at once. They pull all the money, all the liquidity, right out of the project. In less than a second, the price crashes to absolute zero. The money is just gone.
And to be perfectly clear, this wasn't just bad luck. This was a trap, a classic crypto pump and dump. And it is happening all the time. A report from Chainalysis found that in 2024, nearly 4% of all new tokens were just pump and dump schemes in disguise. These things are literally built from the ground up to steal your money. And my team, well, they walked right into it. They're now officially a statistic.
Okay, so we've been phished, we've been deep-faked, and we've been rug pulled. The red team has been chipping away at us, but now for their grand finale, they're coming for me, directly. They're launching their most sophisticated, most insidious attack of all. They create a fake, ultra-exclusive investment fund. There's no get-rich-quick promise here. Instead, the pitch is perfect, almost boring. It promises steady, unspectacular returns, about 1% a month. They use social proof, hinting that other smart people are already invested. And they claim to use some ridiculously complex split-strike conversion strategy. It's all designed to sound elite, safe, and just a little bit mysterious. It's a carbon copy of the exact strategy used by the biggest fraudster in history, Bernie Madoff. They send me the prospectus. It's polished, it's professional, and I gotta admit, I'm tempted. After watching my team lose money on dumb mistakes, this thing feels like the real deal. This is the ultimate test. Can the so-called expert spot the ultimate con?
Now, before I make my decision, let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer audacity of the real Madoff scheme. This wasn't some quick smash and grab. This was a 20-year fraud that somehow survived multiple SEC investigations. For decades, Madoff produced these impossibly consistent returns even when the market was crashing. He built an entire empire on an illusion of exclusivity and complexity, fooling some of the smartest investors in the world. And his secret? Well, there was no secret strategy. He wasn't trading at all. He just put all the money into a single bank account and paid out old investors with new investors' money. A classic Ponzi scheme.
So with Madoff fresh in my mind, I start tearing this proposal apart, and suddenly the red flags are just screaming at me. First, the returns. Averaging 1% a month every single month, that's too perfect. Real markets just don't work like that. It's the exact Madoff promise. Second, the fees. Just like Madoff, they had this weird non-standard fee structure, not normal at all. Third, transparency. I ask about their secret strategy and they give me nothing. It's a proprietary black box. Alarm bells are just ringing off the hook. And the final nail in the coffin, the auditor, some tiny, unknown firm that nobody has ever heard of. It's the Madoff playbook, page for page. I see it, I spot the scam, and I walk away.
And just like that, the 7 days are up. The challenge is over. We all get in one room, the red team and the blue team, to go over the damage report. The hackers walk us through every single attack, explaining what worked, what didn't, and why. The phishing attack that got Dave's password. The crypto pump and dump that cost us a few $1,000s. We tally up the final score. And then I have to do it. I hand over a big stack of cash for every single dollar they successfully scammed from us. It hurts. It really, really hurts. But now the tone shifts. This stops being a game and it becomes a lesson. The hackers explain the psychology. They didn't really hack our computers. They hacked our minds. They used urgency to make us panic. They used greed to make us reckless. And they used trust to make us vulnerable. And now we're going to use everything we learned to build the ultimate defense guide.
Okay, listen up. This is the most important part of this whole thing. We paid the price, literally, so you don't have to.
We teamed up with the very hackers who just fleeced us to build the ultimate no-nonsense guide to making yourself invincible.
Seriously, this is non-negotiable. As you saw with the AI voice clone attack on my mom, this is your silver bullet. Pick a word or a phrase that is totally unique and memorable to your family. If you get a panicked call from a loved one asking for money, you stay calm and you ask for the safe word. No word, no money. End of story.
Never, ever, ever click a link or send money based on an unsolicited email, text, or message. If you get a scary email from your bank, do not click the link in the email. Close it, open a new browser window, and go to your bank's official website yourself to log in. Or just call them using the number on the back of your card. Always verify through a separate, official channel. Remember the hashtag, banks never ask that.
You know that password the hackers stole from Dave in the phishing attack? It would have been completely useless if he had proper multi-factor authentication. And I'm not talking about SMS texts. Those can be intercepted. Use an authenticator app like Google Authenticator, or even better, a physical hardware key. It makes a stolen password pretty much worthless.
This one is for all our crypto gamblers out there. If an investment promises high, guaranteed, risk-free returns, it's a scam, full stop. Legitimate investing always involves risk. The words guaranteed and no risk are the biggest red flags in all of finance. If it sounds way too good to be true, it is.
This is exactly how I sniffed out that Madoff scam. Before you invest with any firm or any advisor, use the National Registration Search Tools. In the US, you can use the SEC's search tool. In Canada, it's the National Registration Search. These are official government databases. If the person or the firm isn't listed there, do not give them a single dollar. It takes 30 seconds, and it could save you everything you own.
So, now the question is for you. Be honest with yourself. Would you have clicked the link? Does your family have a safe word? Would you have FOMO'd into that meme coin? Look, scammers are getting better, they're getting faster and more convincing every single day. But what this whole insane challenge proves is that even with all the AI and deepfakes, they're still just using the same old playbook. They target your fear, your greed, and your trust. The good news? Now you have their playbook too. Use these defenses, build a fortress around your money, and stay safe out there.